Good evening, everybody. That was a rather nervous 10 minutes. What can I tell you? Welcome to the April 2022 Staying Connected quiz show. Just as I signed on, basically, the computer said, you have an out-of-date video card. Something I've never experienced before. So it was like a slight heart attack, but folks, because I thought I got a few messages from people and I was trying to answer the messages while also fix the problem. But hey, unbelievably so, this person that doesn't know much about computers has fixed the problem. I mean, how does Captain Beer get away with it? That's the question. So who is on tonight? Let me see. I see Robert is here. Minion Jesse's here. Liz is here. Wonderful. Okay, well, we'll give it a couple of minutes before we start. I'm just going to send a message to other people. Switch it off and on again is always my answer. I was afraid to switch it off. I'll just send Amanda a message. She sent me a message. Pete in Dublin. Liz is already here. What's Liz saying? Question mark. Irish question mark's offline. No, he's not. He's online. Okay. Her indoors. What I said. SRB 1055. Good evening. Great to have you on tonight, folks. I'm just going to give it another 5 minutes or so. A few other people coming in before we start tonight's show. Sorry about technical problem. But luckily, I had her indoors not to help me in any way, shape, or form. She came over to me and said, shouldn't you be online? So I sort of like paused and I turned to her indoors and said, take a little seat in the other room while I try to sort this issue out. And as she walked away into the other room, steam came out my ears, but I couldn't say anything. So, who else was chatting to me on the side? Dashing Dave. Let me just send Dashing Dave a little message to tell him I'm online. Pete, Dublin Pete's, he's here. Fantastic. Dublin calling. Good evening, Pete. Great to have you with us tonight, my friend. Especially great to have you with us tonight. Okay, let's skip that one and move to that. Let's let Dashing Dave know he's on. The Her Blur bunch is now following. You are very welcome too. Whereabouts are you? Oh, it's Dashing Dave's new name. Dashing Dave. The Her Blur bunch. Okie dokie. Nice to see you. Mandy, you're here also. Absolutely wonderful. So, folks, in another, say, 2 or 3 minutes, I'll start tonight's show. In the meanwhile, it's nice to have you on board with us tonight here on our monthly online show. Was out live last night in the Fiddler. It went really well, 21 teams. The Minions got beat by a point. They were rather upset. Well, they weren't that upset. Her Blur Blanche is saying, give me 5 minutes, the other half is in the shower. Unbelievable. Yes, you mean the clever one is in the shower. Okay, well, we can give her a couple of minutes. Oh, so when it all sank in with Jesse Minion, he was rather upset about losing the quiz by 1 point. I mean, they were, you know, a full Dutch team all the way from Drenthe. I mean, what can I tell you? Little Sheep Minion, I knew I had to be there. I was just too tired to make it. Well, that's probably the reason why they came in second place, 1 point short, Little Sheep Minion, because you weren't there. Micah said Jesse had nightmares, I think. So, in other words, you slept through it. Okie dokie. So, has anybody any news? By the way, folks, I celebrated Frank's birthday live last night with him. It was great to see Frank. Micah has news. What's your news, Micah? Just to check, the Southern Lights are called what? Australis. Aurora Australis. But that's not in tonight's quiz. That was in last night's quiz. Maybe that was the reason why they didn't draw the quiz. Because Jesse thought it was Aurora Australis and Micah talked him out of it. Or probably vice versa. So, folks, we'll be starting the quiz very shortly. We're running a little bit late tonight. Absolutely had a bit of an issue with... well, technical issue, but luckily I had her indoors at hand to give me her expert view and opinion. She's just as much of a chancer as Captain Beer. She said, just pull the plug out and put it back in again. I said, well, if it's telling me that I need to update a streaming video card, pulling the plug out isn't going to change it. Anyway, we're going live. So, Electric Sheep Minion wants to know, does anyone have the answer for the question, what are the Western Lights called? Any ideas? What are the Western Lights called? Okay, her indoors. I don't know why she's going to her phone to check Google. I'm not actually sure there is Western Lights, love. Are you sure? Oh, okay, right. Okay, right. So it's past. I'm hoping that Dashing Dave's better half is out of the shower. We can now begin because Arto is here. I asked a Finnish question last night at the live show and mentioned Arto's name. I said, times like this, ladies and gentlemen, it would help if you had Arto in your team. What do the children in Finland wear at Easter time? What do they dress up as? I'm sure if Arto was there, he would have given us the correct answer. What's the correct answer, Arto, as we move swiftly along to start tonight's show? Arto, always helps to have an Arto in your team. It does for entertainment value, that's for sure. And witches is the correct answer. My God, Arto, you would have shone like a diamond last night. Zombie chicken is not what I was looking for. Okay, folks, here we go. Let's get started. Tonight's April 2022 Stay Connected quiz show. I don't know how long we're going to keep these online shows for, but we're going to do it tonight anyway, and let's take it from there. Tomorrow night, I'm in Delft, back live in the Proof locale. If anyone wants to come to a quite hard quiz with very clever people, then that's the one you want to try and get to. Okay, here we go. Get ready. You know what you need to do. Grab a pen and a piece of paper. Pour yourself a drink. Get comfortable. We have no background music here indoors. That's the only thing you were asked to do, was to organise a bit of music. I mean, do I have to do everything? Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, well, let me just make sure that the speaker's up and going. And... Hey, Sophie and Senna, thank you very much indeed. Now, folks, especially for Captain Beer, please, please, please remember it is a family show, so try and behave yourself. I'm unsure whether we'll be able to squeeze in a live show from a live song from her indoors at halftime, but hey, you control the show, folks. So if you really want it, she's reading the chat messages the same as I am. She's always willing, she says. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. First question tonight. Nice, easy one to begin. Martin Sheen plays the president in what political TV series? Question number one tonight. Apart from Martin Sheen played the president in what political TV series? I'm just wondering whether Liz the Legend will go to Delft tomorrow night, because Mike Back sent me a message and he's going. Question number two. Bharat is the native name for what Asian country? Bharat. Did you like my pronunciations there, her indoors? I'm not saying Borat. Bharat is the native name for what Asian country? I have to say, you're getting rather comfortable with these wireless earphones that I lent you once 2 days ago. You basically have them in your ears all the time. Is there something you're trying to tell me? You don't hear me. Okay. Number three. Who is Sherlock Holmes' housekeeper? talking about Sherlock Holmes, they are in the middle of a refit. 4 new owners. They were regular customers. They bought the business out. They have totally stripped it and they're rebuilding the bar. And they've told me, hey, Mark, as soon as we're ready, we want you to come back. So that's another venue. Will be going online very soon. Who is Sherlock Holmes' housekeeper? Question number 3. Alrighty. Our next question. Question number 4. Is multiple guess question tonight. How many stocks make up the Dow Jones average? You hear it on the news all the time. The Dow Jones average. How many stocks make up the Dow Jones average? Is it 30, 40, or 50? Question number 4, round number 1 here at our April online quiz show. How many stocks make up the Dow Jones average? Question number 5, Jan the Man. Jan the Man asks, who is or what is the only basketball team Larry Bird played for in his career? The only professional basketball team that Larry Bird played for. Oh, Liz is just considering going to Delft. You see, that's the power of me reading your mind, Liz. Question number 6. The normal Hello Kitty character. Ardo should be good at this. I believe he's a Hello Kitty character fan. It's designed by Yoko Shimizu. It is missing what prominent facial feature? So the Hello Kitty character is missing what prominent facial feature? My question to Liz the Legend is, what the hell's happened to Pat the Beard? He's just disappeared off the online world. I mean, has he been at work in the last couple of months? Number 7, bok choy is a Chinese cultivar of what type of vegetable? Bok choy is a Chinese cultivar of what type of vegetable? Captain Beard's saying that they haven't seen him at work. Oh, you're only kidding. Okay. I hope he's okay. Please give him my best and finest regards. Frank, did I mention it was Frank's birthday? Mm-hmm. Frank told me he was coming online tonight, but he probably will just do a guest appearance once he gets the whole gang into bed. Alrighty, folks, it is time for a spin the wheel question. You know how it works. I'm going to show a question very, very shortly, and the first person to type in the answer gets their name put onto the list. Let me see. Oh, yes. Okay. Now, are you ready? Okay, here is the question. I want you to type. Oh, her indoors has just handed me the lists. Oh, also ears on the beers has to be added. Ears on the beers, somewhere there, please. I thought I got away with it, folks. Eyes on the prize. Nods on the pads, floppers on the cloppers, fingers on the type, tips on the nips, flickers on the clickers, thumbs on the numbs, delay on the twits, choppers on the blockers. Holy moly! Piggies in the market, cocks in the box, bones in the stones, fingers in the holsters, packers in the pockets, pricks on the ticks, bones on the stones, kickers on the tickers, toads on the roads, knockers on the blockers, knickers in a twist, tips on the tops, pips on the pops, winner on the spin, holy moly, moly-poly. Polies on the molies, clowns in the funhouse, heat on the feet, diddle on the fiddle, eyes on the prize, toddlers in a blender, pings on the strings, poodle in a noodle, hurlings on a tick, elves on the shelves, and ears on the beers. Jesus, I'll be glad when we stop this. Okay, here we go, folks. Here is the question. Get your fingers ready and ready to go. The question is, type your answer into the chat. Here is the question. DeWalt power tools are noted for 2 color combinations. Name them both. Her indoors. What about the timer?
Tick tock.
The Herber Blunch has busted it and come in with yellow and black. So Dashing Dave is our first winner and gets his name on the spin the wheel. Arto, obviously they're different in Finland. Arto wrote green and black. Or he just doesn't do any home maintenance. Arto, I thought I'd take a chance. Okie dokie. I like the way you're thinking, Arto. Okay, folks, what is the only chess piece that can be captured without being landed upon? I suppose really we should be thinking for Electric Sheep Minion because he's slightly colorblind, and I think Jesse is too. Vermilion and Indigo. So, number 8, what is the only chess piece that can be captured without being landed upon? I have the feeling that Pete in Dublin is going to shine tonight, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the picture round. What element has the symbol Na? What element has the symbol Na? And question number 10. It is the first of our dingbats. Remember, 5 points for the dingbat question. Oh, I love this dingbat video. Dingbat. Dingbat. Alrighty, so you know how it works. You literally say what you see. Arto has got it, so it can't be that hard. Dashing Dave said, the missus has now got to go and get her knickers on, so can we pause for round 2? Why, of course we can pause for round 2. Don't be sending any WhatsApp pictures that I might have to share to the quiz show. Everyone might be shocked. So if you're watching this on any other platform except for Twitch, come over to Twitch. That means you can join in the chat live, and you can also enter our quiz by typing George. Let's have a little look to see who has entered the quiz so far. Okay, we've got a few people in there already. So if you haven't done it yet, make sure you type George into the chat and you can enter into tonight's draw. The virtual tip jar is open, folks. If you'd like to make a donation just for time and stuff, putting this online show together, you can do it by hitting the QR code, and you can also do it by clicking on the links, which I'm just about to get up right now, if I can find them. Just give me a second. Links, links, links. There you go. Okay. There we go. Pete in Dublin, thank you very much for your very kind donation, my friend. Now, let me tell you, Pete, you're going to shine tonight. I can tell you, you're going to shine tonight. Do you know why you're going to shine tonight? Because I was thinking about you when I done the picture round. They are 10 famous Irish people. Now, it's so easy that I even expect Dashing Dave, the Englishman, to get a few of these correct. Remember, it's double points tonight for the picture round, so reward yourself generously. Here we go. Number 1, who is this Irish guy? First and second name required for all the answers, please, folks. Yes, I know you are. Dashing Dave the Englishman is part Irish, and he has refound his Irish roots since Brexit. Number 2. If you're looking for a pen here indoors, there's one in there. Oh, okie dokie. Number 3. Don't worry, Liz. I'll show them again. Number 4. Pete, it's a family show. I would love to tell you which part of Dashing Dave is Irish. But I think he might blush. Number 5. Number 6. You going to get any of these here indoors? Put your glasses on if you don't know who that is. Number 7. I was inspired by number 7's haircut, and I went for a similar look, only she's got more hair than me. Dublin Pete says, for a small country we pack a... I think he meant to say a host of talent, but he said a lost of talent. There isn't even a picture of me and you up there yet. Number 8. Liz the Legend is already admitting defeat, saying it's a 2 out of 10 for her. She doesn't know any other famous Irishman except her favourite Irishman. Pete said host, not lost, because he's drinking. Dashing Dave said before he went to Ireland he thought County Down was a quiz show. I tell you what, honestly, that's rather witty. Yeah, he must be drinking too, or else Ralucas told him to say that. Number 9. Who is this man? I want the man's name, not the character that he plays. Captain Beer says that if he beats a pint or two into him, he'll recognise a few more of them. I think you're right. Thank you, Jesse and Micah, for your kind donation, and Liz the Legend for your kind donation also. And here is number 10. This man done for dentistry what Maximus Sosa has done for rabbit stews. Okay, folks, don't be panicking. It's 2 points for each correct answer. I'm going to let you see them again. So here we go. Now, her indoors, give me a little nudge and let me know if you recognize any of these. Number 1. Do you know who this is, her indoors?
Yeah. His name, I know what it does.
Okay, so you don't know his name, but you know... Oh, okay, take it easy. You don't know his name, so you won't get the 2 points. Number 2. Now, you have seen this guy numerous times. Oh, I seen a half a face there. She's blushed down the half face now. So, do you know who this is? You have seen. What do you mean you don't think he's Irish? Number 3. Do you know who this is? I'm not going to say whether he's dead or not. I'm not giving them any clues. He's a very famous actor. It's not my Uncle John. My Uncle John's dead. I mean, there's no need to bring it up. There's no need to bring it up. Number 4. Pete's giving a clue. He's from Cadbury.
Oh, I love him. Number 4.
Me?
Yeah, I love number 4. I love him.
Do you know his name?
Yeah.
Okay, don't say it out loud. So that's 1 out of 4, Liz. Number 5.
Yeah. I like him.
Do you know his name? Without looking at the answers.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'm going to be asking you, but I hope you realise how indoors we will be asking you to give us your name of these people before I call the answers out. You must know this guy.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Number 6, folks. Number 7. Do you know him? Father Neil. And number 8. Sorry? Her indoors wanted to know. I don't believe you. Are you saying that seriously? Pete in Dublin, calm yourself down, put your drink down. Dashing Dave, if you have a drink, put it down. In fact, if anybody's got a drink watching the show, put it down. Her indoors just said to me, in case you didn't hear, is that a bad photo of Bono? Oh my God. Number 9, what is the man's name? What is the man's name? Not the character. The character is, of course, Mrs. Brown. I wish I could do that laugh impersonation. Her indoors, you said you'd know all of these Irish, yeah, and I can't wait to hear your answers. And the last one, number 10, what is this guy's name? What did you say? Yeah. Holy Mary, Mother of God. Suffering Jesus. Pete's having a heart attack in Dublin. He couldn't believe the Bono statement. Alrighty, folks. Pete, don't be giving her any advice here and any help. You see what she means. She hasn't got her glasses on. Liz, it's Bono, it's Bono. Oh, God of Almighty. Alrighty, the question is, since our last quiz, who has joined Jan the Man and received their prize, their mystery prize in the post? You'll find out very shortly. Don't forget, folks, if you haven't typed George into the chat yet, now would be the time to do it. So when we do the raffle later on, I can get you all involved. Okay, folks, now we're going to go on to round 3. Question number 1. Which Roman emperor was said to have fiddled while Rome burned? Which Roman emperor was said to have fiddled, not piddled, while Rome burned?
I tried Rome.
Number 2. The Disney movie Tangled was a retelling of what fairy tale? As opposed to the retelling of a fairy tale, which would be something totally different. The Disney movie Tangled was a retelling of what fairy tale? Number 3. Music trivia. Who is the lead singer of Pearl Jam? Who is the lead singer of Pearl Jam? Tips on the Nips. Yes, folks, it is your second chance to get your name on the spin the wheel. Dashing Dave has already got himself on the wheel, so you have to sit out for the bonus questions. Dashing Dave. Unless Radiant Verluke is sitting next to you, and let her take over the keyboard and she can type the answers in. Probably quicker than you. So if you're ready to go, her indoors has disappeared, so I won't have a 25-second timer as usual. So I will ask you the question. Get ready to type your answers in. Here we go. Question is, what is the capital city of Canada? What is the capital city of Canada, folks? That is your bonus question. Type the answer in the chat right now. Liz the Legend, boom! Ottawa is the correct answer. Ardo just makes it all about Finland and typed in Helsinki on the off chance that I was going to say, what's the capital of Finland? As did Minion Jesse on the off chance of me saying, what's the capital of Australia? I have to apologise for Pete in Dublin. He's already told us he's drinking and he thinks Toronto's the capital of Canada. The answer is, of course, Ottawa. And the other person on the spin the wheel tonight is Liz the Legend. Amanda, you got it right, but you need to type a little bit quicker. Number 4. It wasn't a bad guess, Pete says. Yeah, it was the right country. Okay, folks. So what colour in general is pure liquid oxygen? Oh, Liz the Legend saying, my husband's taking over the keyboard for the next one. Oh, yeah. I don't believe you. You sit in the corner with your headphones on and ignore your whole family playing this quiz online, Liz the Legend. Number 4. What colour in general is pure liquid oxygen? Call me out. Just writing in a Dashing Dave because her indoors forgot to. And Liz the Legend? On your sheet. Okie dokie. Question number 5. Question number 5. What type of business is H in the NATO phonetic alphabet? Sorry, her indoors. It wasn't a Jan the Man question. What type of business is the letter H in the NATO phonetic alphabet? Also like to thank Rachel Minion for your kind donation tonight. Cheers, Rachel. Thank you. Liz wants to know, what sport is this? I reckon I'd be good at this sport. I think it's belly flopping. It's probably done in Finland, but Ardo will let us know. Number 6, AUD is the international code for what currency? AUD is the international code for what currency? Number 7, before it was a movie, Wolf of Wall Street was a biography of what stockbroker? Before it was a movie, Wolf of Wall Street was a biography of what stockbroker? What was the guy's name that the movie was all about? First and second name, please. Number 8. In Greek mythology, who turned everything he touched into gold? In Greek mythology, who turned everything he touched into gold? Question number 8, round number 3. Number 9. What sea in Hinduism and Buddhism that centers the centers of spiritual energy in the human body? What sea is in Hinduism and Buddhism the centers of spiritual energy in the human body? You know the answer to that one, Heron Doors? Do a little yoga session in the corner and have a think about it. It's the quietest she's been all night. And number 10, 5-pointer. It is anagram time. Yes, folks, what can I tell you? In his absence, I'd like everybody to wish Frank a happy birthday. Congratulations. It was great to see you last night, Frank. If you're watching this or playing this on rerun on the Irish YouTube channel, Crop Skid Tasty. Crop Skid Tasty is an anagram of what international event? 283 is the number of letters in the 3-word answer. So 5 points up for grabs if you get this one. Now, Arto has put some sort of symbol into the chat. Haven't got a clue what it is. Whether it's a burger, a magic mushroom. Oh, that's you, Heron Doors. What symbol was that, Heron Doors? A birthday burger. Frank's birthday burger. Is this like a tradition or something that you have in England, or? It's what you do in England. Happy birthday! Here's your birthday burger. What? What? Happy birthday! Happy birthday burger for the birthday bugger. Is that what you say? Alrighty, rather strange lot, the English. Now, let's move swiftly along and give you the answers to the first 3 rounds. I think at this stage, Dashing Dave should be getting up off the chair and going to pour a drink for Radiant Raluca. Because what can I tell you? She's worth it. Here we go. If you haven't typed George into the chat already, do so now. If you've typed it in already, don't bother your ass. The virtual tip jar is open. Thank you very much for anybody that has sent a little donation along so far. Thank you very much indeed, folks. Just listening to You Sexy Thing on the Irish Spotify playlist. Boom! Boom! Liz the Legend, slapping that thigh, answer time. So, question number 1. Martin Sheen played the president in what political series? 1 point if you guess this one right. The correct answer is The West Wing. Question number 2. Bharat is the native name of what Asian country? The correct answer is India. Number 3. Who is Sherlock Holmes' housekeeper? The correct answer is Mrs. Hudson. Number 4. How many stocks make up the Dow Jones average? 30, 40, or 50? The correct answer is 30. Number 5, Jan the Man. What is the only basketball team Larry Bird played for professionally? The correct answer is the Boston Celtics. The normal Hello Kitty character, as designed by Yuko Shimizu, is missing what prominent facial feature? The correct answer is a mouth for 1 point. Number 7. Bok choy is a Chinese cultivar of what type of vegetable? The correct answer is a cabbage. Arto said he thought Arto thought that the dot between the eyes was the mouth. No, the dot between the eyes is not the mouth, Arto. Number 8. What is the only chess piece that can be captured without being landed upon? The correct answer is the pawn. Number 9. What element has the symbol Na? It is sodium. And number 10, the answer to the first dingbat. Arto reckons he got it. The correct answer is, well, what do you see? You see the word making, and it's upside down. And you see 4 losts and a clock. The answer is making up 4 lost time. Give yourself 5 points if you guessed that correct. Famous Paddies. Okay, here indoors. Who do you think this is? Number 1, shout his name out nice and loud so everybody hears you. What do you think he does?
He's a fighter, cage fighter.
He is a cage fighter. He's from Cabra. What? Okay, well, you don't get 1 point for that. It is Conor McGregor for 2 points. It's not Colin McGregor. Conor McGregor. Number 2, who is this here indoors? World famous actor. He's now retired. I do believe that he has the most Oscars. Daniel Day-Lewis.
Oh, yeah, he's got grey hair.
He's got grey hair, that's right. 2 points for Daniel Day-Lewis. Number 3, this is Michael Gambon. Do you know who Michael Gambon is?
No.
You've never seen any of the Harry Potter movies?
I don't like Harry Potter.
Liz likes Harry Potter.
What would I see there?
Well, she should. Number 4, who's this?
Killian.
Killian? Killian? What's his name?
Killian.
Killian. What's his second name? Killian Murphy. 2 points. Her indoors is on a roll. Pete said North Dublin's finest.
Yeah.
Instead of Harry Potter, Dashing Dave prefers a Harry Potter film. Number 5, who's this, her indoors? I reckon if Christopher Normal is watching this now, he'll say, this was the finest Bond. What's his name, her indoors? This is not Liam Neeson, for God's sake. Change your glasses, woman. It's Pierce Brosnan. Well, you can still remember his name. 2 points, ladies and gentlemen, for Pierce Brosnan. Oh no, Piggy's in the market. It is spin the wheel time, folks. Okay, so you know where we're going now. I'm going to ask another question. Get yourself ready, Amanda. I'm going to ask a question, and the question is, it's a one-word answer. 5 letters in the word. Amanda, I can't give you any more clues. We're going to go with it. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, her indoors?
Yeah.
We're still yet to have a stopwatch. Hippo. Hippo is not the right answer. Earth is not the right answer. Why did I even say it was 5 letters? Here we go. Times like this, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Amanda. Ready is also a 5-letter word. Times like this, Amanda, if you knew an Italian, it might help you. What is the Italian word for pie? What is the Italian word for pie? And Captain Beer wrote quiz. Arto wrote maths. That's a 4-letter word because he can't count. Indoor kite. Arto got pizza correct. Well done. And I don't know what Captain Beer was thinking. He just wanted to say, ta-da! Pizza is the correct. Amanda, you were nearly there. Minion Jesse, tiramisu. No, but I like the way you're thinking. Okay, Ardo, you are now on the winner number 3 on the spin the wheel. I hope you've got a few jokes ready, Ardo. Or we'll take you off the wheel, her indoors says. Pete saying, pizza, really? You live and learn. Don't phone up your local pizza takeaway and say, hey, can I have a pie with some ham and cheese? They're not going to think it's amusing. Liz the Legend says, Google Translate says torta. Well, I mean, do you know everything about Google Translate without being online? Number 6, 2 points it is. Mr. Roy Keane. Mr. Roy Keane. Minion Jesse saying that torto is a different type of pie. So basically, if you had pizza, you were correct. If you didn't have pizza, you were, what's that word, her indoors? Wrong indeed. Number 7. Who is this lady? I today fashioned my hairstyle on her, but she's actually got more hair than me. Her indoors likes to call her father, Neil. She is Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor for 2 points. Number 8. Who is this guy? Yes, this is the guy that her indoors thought was a bad picture of Bono.
Yeah, Pete agreed.
Pete agreed. Pete's already told us that he's drinking on the quiz. This is one of the top politicians in Ireland. It is Leo Varadkar.
That's a very Irish, very
Okay. Just take it easy. Yeah, just remember who built all your roads and your frickin' power plants in England. Yeah, Murphy, that sounds a real Irish name. And number 9. Who is this guy? The comic genius behind Mrs. Brown. It is Brendan O'Carroll. I do believe he's another dub as well, Pete. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correcto mundo is the correct Italian pronunciation. of the word that I just mispronounced. Captain Beer, thank you for your kind donation. Number 10. Who is this guy? Well, I can tell you a story that I was at a concert once a long time ago, and it is a long time ago. It's before I came to Holland, so we're talking 35 years ago plus anyway. I was at a festival and the Pogues were playing. Unbelievable. This guy then drank 8 pint bottles of Guinness on stage while he was singing the 1 hour set. And then when he finished drinking the pint bottle of Guinness, he just turned to one side and he threw it at the side of the stage as a person came running out and handed him a pint bottle from the other side. By the way, he staggered on drunk. It is the one and only poet and artist and entertainer, Mr. Shane MacGowan. Julian Van Hastrik, thank you very much for your very kind donation, young man. Pete said lived in Florida now. Who's he talking about? Shane MacGowan? Maybe he's talking about Shane MacGowan lives in Florida. That's why he doesn't look so pale. Dashing Dave, any news from the White Horse pub re the quiz? Yes, indeed. Alan has been on to me. We are doing the White Horse pub next month. I do believe it's the second Thursday of the month, but I'll check at halftime and let you know. Thanks for reminding me. Oh, Brendan O'Carroll lives in Florida. Sorry about that. Shane MacGowan wouldn't last the flight. Dashing Dave, thank you for your kind donation. Here we go. Number 1. Which Roman emperor was said to have fiddled while Rome burned? 1 point for Nero. Number 2, the movie Tangled was a retelling of what fairy tale? It was Rapunzel. Electric Sheep Minion saying he saw the Pogues a couple of years ago at Pink Pop, and they didn't make it to the end of this. He didn't make it to the end of the set. Yeah, well, I mean, he's in Holland. No, did you mean that you didn't make it to the end of the Pogue set, or Shane MacGowan? Number 3. Who is the lead singer of Pearl Jam? Her indoors, who's the lead singer of Pearl Jam? The answer is Eddie Vedder. Her indoors just went and got a blanket, just walking around the place like a frickin' red Indian. Number 4. What colour in general is pure liquid oxygen? The correct answer is light blue. Number 5. What type of business is H in the NATO phonetic alphabet? The correct answer is a hotel. Your next one, number 6. AUD is the international code for what currency? It is Australian dollars. Give yourself a point if you guessed that correct. Your next one, before it was a movie, Wolf of Wall Street, was about what stockbroker? The correct answer was Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort. Number 8, in Greek mythology, who turned everything he touched into gold? The correct answer, King Midas. Give yourself a point if you guessed that right. And number 9, what sea is in Hinduism and Buddhism the centers of spiritual energy in the human body? The correct answer is the chakra. Dashing Dave, Goldfinger didn't turn everything that he touched into gold. Well, not where the Greek mythology is concerned. Moving swiftly along to number 10. Look who it is, folks. Her Indoors Mark II. Liz the Living Legend. Shaking that thing. Crop Skid Tasty is an anagram of what or which celebration? Did Dave in Dublin get this one? St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day for 5 points if you guessed that right. Okay, folks, it is half time. We will return with the second half of the show very shortly. I'll also look up the dates for the return of the live quiz to the White Horse for Dashing Dave and Radiant Raluca. In the meanwhile, just to let you know that Pete in Dublin was very surprised when he received his mystery prize. I'm really glad that I made you smile, Pete, and I can't wait until you come across here and I see you again in the flesh at the Sherlock Holmes whenever it gets renovated and reopened. Or sure, come across and do any of the live shows, my friend. Okay, folks, I'm going to take a very short break. We'll be back with you very shortly for the second half of this show. Thank you very much. Go get yourself a little drink. And if your name's Ardo, get the air fryer on and make some snacks. In the meanwhile, if Ardo is going to hang about and not pop out for a quick cigarette, maybe he can entertain us with a few of his one-liner jokes when we return. Alrighty, folks. Okay, back for the second half of tonight's show. Thank you very much to Amanda for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar. I'm just going to throw the links into the chat there. If anyone wants to send in a little donation, that would be absolutely fantastic. It seems that we've had a little blip and gone offline and popped back online again. So if you're there, please let me know. Ardo, you're back. Okay, Ardo, would you like to do a few little numbers before we start the second half of the show? Tell me that and tell me no more. If you'd like to do a few one-liners, I can read them out for you. Ardo is, of course, our F&C, our Finnish comedian. So, Ardo said, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Well, I don't know, Ardo. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field. Absolutely fantastic, Ardo. Have you got another one for us, Ardo? Busy typing the next joke. Oh, I don't think I can top that tonight. It's all good, Ardo. It's all good. I just seen a message there from Electric Sheep Minion. He said that my colleagues told me that my jokes were so bad I better take them to the recycling centre. So he did, but nobody found them funny there either. Really, he's got to give it up as a bad job. Round 4, here we go. Question number 1. Beavers are a part of what order of mammals? Beavers are a part of what order of mammals? Question number 2. What Egyptian pharaoh was known as the Boy King? Question number 3. In geometry, what is the term for an angle between 0 and 90 degrees? Question number 4. What M is a natural illusion caused by bending light to produce a displaced image of distant objects? What M is a natural illusion caused by bending light to produce a displaced image of distant objects? Number 5. That's after Peckers in the Pocket. Okay, so spin the wheel. Are you ready? Here we go. Bonus question time. The question is as follows. Which world city has the slogan, "What happens here stays here"? Which world city has the slogan, "What happens here stays here"? Minion Jesse. Boom. Las Vegas. Electric Sheep Minion was pretty close with Las Vegas. So on the wheel so far, Dashing Dave, Liz the Legend, Ardo RFNC, and Minion Jesse. Lost Vegans. Amanda, Las Vegas, you just weren't quick enough, but you got the answer correct. All right, number 5. It is Jan the Man. And Jan the Man asks tonight, 3 in a bed is a slang term for what indoor sport? Keep your thoughts clean, please, Dashing Dave, before your head starts racing. 3 in a bed is a slang term in what indoor sport? Round 4, question number 6. Well, you've just blown the whistle for number 5. So what number comes after number 5, her indoors? Question number 6, before I was rudely interrupted by her indoors shouting from the other room. With regards to the pH scale, should beer be acidic or basic? With regards to the pH scale, obviously I mean the pH scale in science, not the piss head scale, which is another scale that can be used when you're talking about beer. Should it be acidic or basic? Number 7. Well, we asked you a question about this before, but in what section of the orchestra would you find a bassoon? In what section of the orchestra would you find a bassoon? Number 8. What is the art of making or shooting off fireworks called? Number 9. In what city was Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated? And number 10, our last one in round 4. It's dingbat time. Dingbat. Alrighty, folks. Literally, say what you see. 2-word answer for this dingbat. It's worth 5 points tonight. By the way, I'd like to thank G. Butt for your kind donation. You know who that is, her indoors? I used to think that G. Butt was Pete in Dublin for a long time, but then I realised it was in fact Gary that used to come to the Sherlock Holmes. Where's Gary from? Gary from Ipswich. And hey, will you be joining us as soon as Sherlock Holmes gets up and going? That's the big question. Thank you very much for your kind donation, Gary in Ipswich. Round 5, question number 1. In what country are the Mad Max movies set? I could give you a clue, but it probably wouldn't help you much if I said it isn't Ireland, because when you look at the amount of sand, it's more than likely not going to be Ireland with a beach so big with nobody lying drunk in the corner, basically. Minion Jesse said, am I talking about the original or the reboot? I am in fact talking about the original. But thank you for your clarification. Question number 2. In traditional blackjack, along with hitting and standing, what other option might a player have if they were to show 2 of the same card? In traditional blackjack, along with hitting and standing, what other option might a player have if they were to show 2 of the same card? Anyone that's watching on Facebook, like to say a big hello. I seen that Christopher was watching earlier on. Christopher in Armagh. Can't wait to get you across for a visit, folks. Get yourself ready. The famous cousin from Armagh, Christopher's coming across to Holland for a holiday soon. I'm going to try and make it that he comes across whenever I'm doing one of the live venues, and I'll get him into one of your teams. Rather clever guy, absolute lunatic, but a rather clever guy. Number 3. How many South American countries lay across the equator? How many South American countries lay across the equator? Also see watching on Facebook earlier on was John. John used to live in Rotterdam, and Tracy Lewis. Hiya, Tracy. Can't really see who is watching now on Facebook, but I've just got a message in from Christopher. Yes, great to hear from you too, Chris. So, number 4. A puggle is a recognized dog crossbreed between a pug and what other breed? A puggle is a recognized dog crossbreed between a pug and what other breed? Number 5. What Spanish term for a mid-afternoon nap comes from the Spanish term for 6? So what is the Spanish term for a mid-afternoon nap? And it comes from the Spanish word or term for the number 6. What is it called? Spanish, not Italian, Dave. In Peter Pan, the crocodile swallowed what common device? This is more up Dashing Dave's street. He's a wave of knowledge when it comes to Disney movies. In Peter Pan, the crocodile swallowed what common device? Come on, Amanda, you should know. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Amanda. Her daughter had a little baby recently. I didn't get to say congratulations, Amanda, but I'm really, really happy for all of you and the family. Please give my regards. Number 7. While Moulin Rouge is a nightclub, a Moulin Rouge translates from French as a red what? Well, Moulin Rouge is a nightclub. A Moulin Rouge translates from French as a red what? I don't think that the crocodile in Peter Pan swallowed Otto's air fryer. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Amanda. So happy. Number 8. What S is an uncastrated male horse? What S is an uncastrated male horse? Number 9. Does the term wok come from Cantonese or Mandarin? It's a heads or tails question. Does the term wok come from Cantonese or Mandarin? And your last one in this round, number 10. What S is the biblical deadly sin of someone who is lazy? What S is the biblical deadly sin of someone who is lazy? Just getting a little message from County Armagh from Christopher saying he's sitting watching us on his television and he says hello to her indoors. I don't think the correct answer is Sully, Pete, but I like the way you're thinking. Alrighty, down to our last round tonight, folks. General knowledge, 1 point for each correct answer. Number 1, times like this, ladies and gentlemen, if you had a doctor in the room or sitting next to you, it might help you. What T is the medical name for the part of the body commonly known as the chest? What T is the medical name for the part of the body commonly known as the chest? By the way, if you're watching the video, it is not the toodles. Number 2, in police work, what does the acronym APB stand for? Well, that was in the last quiz show. All Points Bulletin. So I'm going to ask you the question that I have in front of me. Which 1993 family movie was shot about a young orphan boy who befriends an orca at an amusement park? Which 1993 family movie was about a young orphan boy who befriends an orca at an amusement park? What was that movie called? That is, in fact, question number 2. Orphan Annie is not the answer I was looking for. Oliver is not the answer I was looking for. Choppers on the blockers! Okay, here we go. It's bonus question time. So, type your answer in as soon as possible. Here we go. Who is going to be the next winner? Let me see. It'll be winner number 5 here indoors. Okay, well done. Right, here we go. Are you ready? I'm about to show you a photograph, and I want you to tell me in what city is this photograph taken? Her indoors. I don't think we can be that. No, we're not going to make you spell it absolutely correctly, but we have to, like, obviously know what bloody city you're talking about. So here we go. In which city is this photo taken? Helsinki is not the correct answer. Kuala Lumpur is not the correct answer. Electric Sheep Minion is boom in with Rio de Janeiro. Electric Sheep Minion, your name has now been added. Raluca wrote Rio, but she just wasn't quick enough with the full name of the city. Your next one, number 3. Superman's alter ego traditionally worked for what fictional newspaper? Your next question, number 4. What represents the letter Q in the NATO phonetic alphabet? What represents Q in the NATO phonetic alphabet? Question number 5. Jan the Man asks, what's Tiger Woods' given first name? What is Tiger Woods' actual real Christian name? Number 6. What is the highest male voice in opera? What is the highest male voice in opera? Your next one, number 7. Which New Zealand-born actor had major roles in the following movies? LA Confidential, A Beautiful Mind, and Gladiator, among others. Which New Zealand-born actor had major roles in LA Confidential, A Beautiful Mind, and Gladiator, among others? Number 8, in our last round tonight, in what layer of the atmosphere is the ozone layer found? In what layer of the atmosphere is the ozone layer found? Number 9. In business, what is a CFO? In business, what is a CFO? And our last question in our quiz show tonight, the April Let's Stay Connected quiz show. It is Dingbat time. Dingbat, Dingbat. So, say what you see. Ardo got it right. Well done, Ardo. So he thinks. Let's just check with the answers when the answers come in. So, that is all your questions. Ready for the second half answers. Let's see how clever you actually are. No idea. That's not the correct answer, Pete. But the last one is always the trickiest one, because the grog's kicked in. Just going to put the links in for the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much for anyone that has sent in a donation. Cheers. Thank you very much indeed. Greatly appreciated. Here are your answers to the tonight's online quiz show. Remember, give yourself 1 point for each correct answer, unless I tell you differently. Beavers are part of what order of mammals? The correct answer is rodent. Nice to see Robert the Sign Man joining us a few times tonight. What do you call a blind Rudolph? No idea. Well done, Dashing Dave. What Egyptian pharaoh was known as the Boy King? 1 point for Tutankhamun. Number 3, in geometry, what is the term for an angle between 0 and 90 degrees? The correct answer is acute. Give yourself a point if you guessed that correct. Number 4, what M is a natural illusion caused by bending light to produce a displaced image of distant objects? The correct answer is a mirage. No, Jesse, it's not the answer that you typed into the chat, which is a reflective sheet of glass that you can see yourself in that I have problems pronouncing. A mirror. Number 5, 3 in the bed is a slang term in what indoor sport? The correct answer is, of course, darts. Number 6, with regards to the pH scale, should beer be acidic or basic? Well, the answer I was looking for was acidic. Number 7. In what section of the orchestra would you find a bassoon? The correct answer is woodwind. Minion Jesse's asking about netball. 3 in a bed is a post-match, I think. Electric Sheep Minion saying that. You know, I'm not sure, so don't give yourself a point for that one because darts is the obvious answer, unless we're talking about sexual games. I'm surprised Dashing Dave didn't come up on that. Number 8. What P is the art of making or shooting off fireworks? The correct answer is pyrotechnics. Number 9. In what city was Martin Luther King Jr. assassinated? The correct answer is Memphis. Number 10, it's our dingbat. 5 points if you guess this correct. Say what you see. 2-word answer, missing U. The letter U is missing from the alphabet. And the correct answer to the dingbat is missing U. 5 points up for grabs. Liz is saying, Mark, I am missing you. Hey Liz, I only seen you last night and maybe I'll see you tomorrow night. If you're brave enough to come to Delft and go up against the more clever crowds that I do the shows at. Well, that's what they think in Delft. Students, professors, but I still upset them on a daily basis when I'm there. Okay, let's move on to round 5 and give you the questions and answers. 1 point for each correct answer. In what country are the Mad Max movies set? They were filmed just outside, part of it just outside Melbourne, and a lot of it in the deserts in Australia. Pete's saying that the dingbats are really obvious when they're explained. Yeah. In traditional blackjack, along with hitting and standing, what other option might a player have if they show 2 of the same card? It is known as a split. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one right. How many South American countries lay across the equator? The correct answer is 3. Maybe in Dutch it's known as insurance, but in the proper rules of the game it's known as a split. But nice try. The Minions aren't getting many extra points tonight, are they? 3 is the answer I was looking for. Ecuador, Colombia and Brazil. Number 4, a puggle is a recognized dog crossbreed between a pug and what other breed? No bonuses. That's easy for you to say. The correct answer is a beagle. So a pug and a beagle becomes a puggle. Number 5. What Spanish term for a mid-afternoon nap comes from the Spanish term for 6? The correct answer is siesta. Pete's saying it's not a good idea to have an argument with a minion. The problem is that they just appear out of nowhere, buddy. Number 6, in Peter Pan, the crocodile swallowed what common device? It was not Ardo's deep fat fryer or air fryer, it was a clock. I will emphasize that I am adding the letter L to the answer that some of you probably and possibly wrote down. Number 7, while Moulin Rouge is a nightclub, a Moulin Rouge translates from French as a red what? The answer for 1 point is a red mill. Yeah, clockle. Number 8. What S is an uncastrated male horse? It is called a stallion. And number 9. Does the term wok come from Cantonese or Mandarin? The correct answer for 1 point is Cantonese. And your last one in this round, number 10. What S is the biblical deadly sin of someone who is lazy? Christopher sent me the answer to this earlier on. Sloth is the correct answer. Give yourself a point if you guess that. So, down to our last round on our April Let's Stay Connected online quiz show. Here are your questions and answers to the last round. What T is the medical term for the part of the body commonly known as the chest? The thorax is the answer that I was looking at for 1 point. Number 2. Which 1993 movie was set about a young orphan boy who befriends an orca at an amusement park and his efforts to sell the whole from being killed for money by the park's owner? It was, of course, one of Dashing Dave's favourite movies of all time, Free Willy. We'll also give you points for all points bulletin if you were clever enough to write down both answers. Give yourself an extra point, Dave. Number 3, Superman's alter ego traditionally works for what fictional newspaper? The correct answer is the Daily Planet. Number 4. What represents Q in the NATO phonetic alphabet? The correct answer is Quebec for 1 point. And number 5, what's Tiger Woods' given first name? Eldrick is the correct answer for 1 point. Next one, what is the highest male voice in opera? The correct answer is tenor. Number 7 is after winner on the spinner. Last one now, folks. I'm going to show you a picture. I nearly was going to tell you what it's of, but that's only going to cause more chaos. What? Yeah, will I? Before I show the picture? Yeah. You know, I was so tempted, only I couldn't type quick enough. I was nearly going to send a WhatsApp message to Amanda and give her the answer and then slowly ask the question. But that wouldn't be honest of me. But I'll definitely think about it for the next month's online quiz. Okay, here we go. Electric Sheep Minions come up with a new tagline, losers on the boozers. I like that one. That can be added to her indoors. Here we go. Bonus question time. Name this famous bridge. Name this famous bridge. This is a picture of it in construction. Liz the Legend is already in, so her answer doesn't count. Pete in Dublin, Golden Gate Bridge. Well done. Pete in Dublin goes down as winner number 5. Amanda, Golden Gate just behind. Yes, winner number 6. Who was winner number 5? Electric Sheep Minion. Okay, we have our 6 winners for the spin the wheel then. Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. There we go, folks. That's what it looks like. The picture that I showed you was a picture of it in 1932. Okay, here we go. Number 7. Which New Zealand-born actor had major roles in the movies LA Confidential, Beautiful Mind and Gladiator? It was, of course, Mr. Russell Crowe. Pete says he was pretty impressed. He can hardly even see this keyboard. He's got 6 scoops in him. I take it that's 6 pints of Guinness there, Pete. Jesus, you're getting pretty slack in your old age. Or is it 6 bottles of whiskey? And Sully's collapsed in the corner. Number 8. In what layer of the atmosphere is the ozone layer? It is in the stratosphere. Stratosphere. Her indoors is yawning. Sorry, I might boring you tonight. Number 9. In business, what is a CFO? It is the Chief Financial Officer. And if I didn't know Pete any better, I would have said that this is CCTV from outside his apartment when he's cross-dressing on a Saturday night. Scoops in Dublin is pints. 6 pints? I used to get warmed up with 6 pints. And number 10, our last one. Now, let me explain this so Pete feels clever when he doesn't know the right answer. What do you see? You see Hamlet. What is Hamlet? Hamlet is a play, not a cigar. What do you see the word win? How many times do you see it? The answer? Play to win. It's so easy when it's explained. 5 points if you guessed that correct. Folks, thank you very much indeed. I've really enjoyed doing the show tonight. I've just put the little links in for the virtual tip jar. Thank you to anybody that has sent a tip in. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Now, what shall we do first, Herondor? Shall we do the spin the wheel? Or shall we do the official draw? You tell me. Captain Beer has 68.5 points. You'd know he was counting his own. Liz said, do spin the wheel. Okay, so I always do what the women in my life tell me to do. What do I do, Herondors?
Spin the wheel.
I'm glad you didn't say the draw, or else it might have been a major conflict. Okay, where am I? Let me see. Spin the wheel. I'm trying to remember. How do I do spin the wheel, Herondors?
Spin, spin, spin.
No, we don't just say spin, spin, spin. We hit that one. Yes, we do this first of all.
Okay.
Ta-da! And then I hit this magic page. And it tells me to hit spin the wheel after you do the official jingle. Okay, Herondors.
Spin, spin, spin.
Boom! It should be spinning, and the winner is winner number 3. Winner number 3 is RF&C Arto, the living legend. Congratulations, Arto. Send me your address, or you can finally one day come and have a cup of coffee and I can give you the prize. Congratulations, Arto. That would be the nicest way to give you the prize. for you to, in fact, to come along and catch up with me and have a little chat. Okie dokie, let's have a little look for the what's next? The draw. That's right, the draw. Just had a little senior moment there. Okay, here we go. Her indoors, we need you to do the drum roll for the official jingle of the draw tonight. Here we go. Let me hear. I don't think that's loud enough. I don't think it is. Keep it going. You're doing a great job, her indoors. Boom! The winner is, in fact, Pete in Dublin. Pete in Dublin, are you still with us? Are you still with us? Will you, in fact, get another prize posted to you? I don't think she, or Dashing Dave said, do we win the carpet? I'm not lying on the floor. Pete is still with us. Congratulations, Pete. I'm going to look for something special and put it in the post for you. You received the mystery prize, which you absolutely loved. But what I'll do is I'll have a little look and get you something else and get it in the post to you. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, what can I tell you, folks? It's been an absolute joy to do tonight's show. Hopefully our paths will cross with some of you in the live shows. The shows are opening up again. I've got a show coming up in the Fiddler. Let's have a look at the date. I do believe it is the 10th of... The Fiddler show is the 10th of May. The White Horse show is the 12th of May. Yeah. And that's the only ones that I have at the moment off the top of my head. Okay, here we go. Folks, thank you very much indeed. It would be rude not to finish the show off like we have been for all the line shows, all the online shows. So if there's any children watching, please hide your ears. Remember, it is a family show and it is a little bit of good old-fashioned entertainment. For anyone else that's feeling energetic at this time of the evening, get up and dance along too. Stay the Frank at home. See you soon, folks. Thanks very much.
The whole world's caught a virus. You're not in this alone, but you can help to cure it. Just stay the fuck at home.
We're all stuck here in quarantine. It's like the Twilight Zone. To save the world, you only have to stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home.
If you're locked down with your hubby or going in alone, sisters need to teach their men, stay the fuck at home.
Whether you've got 12 kids or you're living on your own, shut it down and isolate. Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Watch Netflix in your underwear.
Just stay the fuck at home.
But I need the gym and I need the beach. We hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home.
But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. I think of you, you selfish prick. Just stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and do fuck all.
Stay the fuck at home.
If you think you're not at risk, you're living in a dome. Spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home.
To the doctors and the truckies, those who put food on our plate, you keep the whole place running so we can isolate.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
You can be a hero too.
Stay the fuck at home.
The only way to slow it down is isolate.
track and stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and drink VV, get shit-faced on your own. We don't care what you're doing there, just stay the fuck at home.
If you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype or phone. Yeah, we've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home.
From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day. Please stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Don't you be a fucking dick.
Stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you very much. Take care of yourselves. And if I don't see you soon, face to face, we'll see you next.